Oh, well, take it from the top. All right, cool. Yeah. So we had a little little audio incident here. It's all good. Zoom, it does its own thing sometimes. Did not connect over to these new AirPods, so it's all good. Oh yeah, so we're good. Hope everybody's doing well. And yeah, we can take that from the top because I think that is hilarious. But I do want to show people what happened with the cover protocol. Um, so let's jump back over to the story. Definitely not going through that whole spiel at the beginning, but I do want to discuss this mining attack. Cover protocol again, tanks 97%. If you're in the chat, yeah, definitely drop in there. If you had cover tokens, I don't think anybody did, but again, the attacker liquidated, I'm sorry, the attacker returned the funds with a note saying next time take care of your own shit, which again, I love that because we self-regulate ourselves. In the crypto market, usually I tell people, I don't care how smart you think you are or what you did in some other field. We talk shit to Warren Buffett and Bill Gates. Like we don't we don't care what you have. We understand in this market that we're trying to protect it. It's like a baby. We're trying to protect it, grow it the right way. And anybody who comes in with some of these scams, or not even a scam, just bad security. Do they have an audit? I mean, anything. This guy just basically was saying, hey, get it together. And if you're going to do these types of DeFi token swaps, you have to remember a lot of these DeFi protocols have been smacked this year with malicious exploits. And unfortunately, it's going to continue happening. But, that's what happens whenever you're trying to start a market from scratch. So, yeah, cover protocol is, whew, boy, man, I can't understand. I couldn't imagine waking up and 97% drop. I saw the huge red candle on Twitter when people were talking about it. But yeah, 97% to wake up to that. Yeah, buddy, you definitely gotta watch your back on those DeFi protocols. So let's see who's in the room now. Let's see, Ashar, Leah Moore, appreciate it. Mark Cooper, I see everybody. Yeah, of course, no sound. Tommy Brown, Paris. Let's see, Chris PW, Marcellus Love, Crypto Sovereign. Let's see, Marcellus. Yeah, of course. And Trex in here, Mark Cooper. Yep, thank everybody for coming in. Glad we got that fixed. Got the sound going. And let's see here. Our next story. Moving towards Mark Cuban, man. Mark Cuban, of course, as you may remember before, he is famously known as saying that Bitcoin is no better than bananas. And man, when we say turn coat, a 180 turn. Mark Cuban actually tweeted out last week, want to spend your Bitcoin somewhere, spend it with the Mavericks and get a 25% discount for using Bitcoin. So he's using a strategy that me and King, we've actually told business owners to use themselves. If you want to accept Bitcoin, give them a discount because you understand that 25%, 10% that you give off, you'll make that back later. So you just want to build your customer base. Mark Cuban gets it now, I guess. I mean, I don't know what took so long. He even tweeted out yesterday about the fact that, CEOs who have stocks, they should just stop giving out new stock options and then the value will go up overnight because of scarcity. And it's like, congrats, Mark Cuban, you learned about scarcity. Welcome to the club. And then he's about to go down the rabbit hole. So during the Christmas rally that pushed Bitcoin to an all-time high, a pair of recent tweets indicate that a former critic is continuing to take steps towards a full-blown holder conversion. Billionaire investor and owner of the Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban, he tweeted this out, like I said, last week, December 23rd. You can buy some of the Mavericks gear, accepting Bitcoin as payment for tickets. And of course, again, every time people say, what do you think is going to happen if somebody tries to take over Bitcoin or somebody tries to regulate it, or if they don't want to use it? I always say they don't have a choice. I mean, at this point, they're just scrambling for whatever they can get. And Mark Cuban is one of these billionaires that before, when he didn't really care about it, but Bitcoin wasn't as good as bananas. But now he tweets here, public companies should learn less from Bitcoin and commit to not issue new stock ever. Their stock prices would immediately jump. Again, this is hilarious to me. I cannot believe that he's, jumped back on that wave after months, maybe even years. I know some people have reached out to me via Twitter with Mark Cuban, trying to get him on the right page. So it's good to see that he's finally at a point where he can accept the fact that Bitcoin's not going anywhere. And Mark Cuban is a smart guy, made his money in the tech bubble. But again, in the Bitcoin and crypto world, that doesn't really matter much to us. So Let's see if we have any comments in the chat. Looks like our chat's not connecting. All types of technical issues this morning. Man, somebody really must not want us to get this information out, but we're gonna keep pushing forward. So we're gonna finish up with the Telegraph top 10 tweets of the year. Again, list, not really huge on them, but I think it is funny to look back at some of the big tweets, because if you are trying to learn about Bitcoin, trying to learn about cryptocurrency, Twitter is the best place. Facebook's okay, Instagram, not really, kind of cheesy. Twitter's the best place. So if you look at the best tweets of all time, one of the things that we've always said is that some people might have memed their way to being a millionaire. I mean, literally, there's so many memes in Bitcoin and crypto, can't keep up with them, but it keeps the community sort of together, strong, sort of still goofy, so that we don't have, you know, that whole corporate nonsense where it's like, oh, everybody's stern and serious. It's like, no, not really. We do have some degenerates in this market. We got everybody in the crypto market. So, and it says here, yes, I know you're an excellent twatter. And omitting from this list, you're one zinger that got like 50 likes. Borders malfeasance. And I guess they go on to basically say, yes, these are the best tweets of this year. Let's go to John Bollinger. And he's famous for creating Bollinger Bands. His interaction with Rookie XBT, and where he says, time to pay attention. That's a classic top setup. No confirmation yet, and the setup could easily be overrun, but wise traders should wash their glasses. Rookie XBT says, we're going to shoot so far past your Bollinger Bands that you may have to consider renaming them Bullinger Bands. And of course, that did happen, because after November 30th, 2020, the price exploded and we went on to 27,000. So, which is where we are now. This is another tweet that I found really interesting. I mean, it was all in good fun. Crypto Messiah, Ape Together Strong, which, you know, is crypto's own version of Send It, Pump It. You know, these are some of the things that we see. Loom Dart is somebody want to like pump it, Loom Dart, as a joke, because he always is the one that starts the bull market. But exactly, I mean, when you see this, it's like Ape Strong Together. I don't know. I probably would never tweet that out ever. I don't know. I'm not aping strong with nobody. But if that's their saying, that's what they do. And then on Twitter, Meltem is very popular as well. If that's what they do. That's how they do it. So let's look at some more tweets. John Rice, he says institutions are coming. Institutions are coming. Damn it, the institutions bought all the Bitcoin. And we've been saying that for a while. We were like, institutional investment is not needed. We don't need them. We've proven that over time. But once they do get involved, you have to understand they're trying to buy all of the supply, which is the main reason why I think Bitcoin is going to go sideways or down in the first 2 months of the year, because I think they're going to give themselves time. And by them, I mean whales who want to accumulate. They're going to give themselves time to accumulate Bitcoin at prices where people feel like, all right, well, Bitcoin's kind of going away. Maybe they'll jump into altcoins. If altcoins take off and people are like, oh man, I made 5x or 10x on something, they'll forget about Bitcoin, and then boom, the real bull market will start after that. In early spring on through July, and then you know, kind of pick back up in December after cooling off. So I think that's the reason that's happening, is because of the institutions, because they're smarter. And if you follow whales, you realize they don't go against the trend, but when the trend is their friend, they take advantage, and they will buy all your Bitcoin if you sell it. So a lot of people, they're going to get caught with some altcoin bags, I think. Let's see some more tweets. Illegal nodes. I do remember this one. And decentralized finance, it says here, is a dangerous beast that can often resemble a series of Ponzi schemes stacked on one another. Rohan Gray here says, you're taking the Ethereum network as a fixed variable and saying that it's impossible for node validators on it to know what transactions they are verifying. Hayden Adams came back, okay, thanks for admitting that you're actually arguing for is banning decentralized blockchains like Ethereum. Not sure how you can reconcile that without wanting to hurt innovation though. So yeah, I remember when this tweet came and people were like, yeah, you're technically going against yourself. So yeah, again, these tweets are kind of dry. Telegraph, you need to reach out. It's been far better tweets of the year, I would say. Not even myself, just people I follow that are in Bitcoin and Twitter world. These people are, I guess, popular to Andrew Thurman. So, you know, to him, these may be funny, but overall, this just shows, you know, Twitter, we still have a great sense of humor. Everybody's dunking on gold people, dunking on stock people, dunking on whoever else that Bitcoin is still here to stay. It's a fun time. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who does follow me on Twitter, because I can guarantee you we got some better tweets than this. But Telegraph, reach out and maybe we can get a better list next year, because This list was trash, honestly. So let's see who we have in the chat. Oh man, I don't know why the chat is disconnected. Unfortunately, can't interact with you all, but I do want to tell everybody before we get off here, not a lot of news today, but we'll have more information and updates. We're doing some Bitcoin giveaways on the Black Bitcoin Billionaires Clubhouse. If you have iPhone, you can get Clubhouse. It is available. We will start at 11 a.m. Eastern. We're doing it every Monday. And what we want to establish is newbies, people who need assistance. If you have a friend, a cousin, mom, dad, if they have Clubhouse, invite them. The link is on my Twitter. And we'll be giving newbies free Bitcoin, free game, answering questions, anything that we need to do in order to acclimate people into the market. And also later, I want to say that tonight at 9 p.m., if you are on Clubhouse, Culture Currency, which is started by Meek Mill, I'll be on there. Hopefully get a chance to speak on stage. It's usually very cluttered in there, so we'll see. So 9 p.m. if you want to tune into that. And last but not least, tomorrow is our final show of the year. We're having our Gentlemen of Crypto official end of year award show, but we also have a special guest. We'll be having Max Kaiser and Stacey Herbert on the show with us to bring in the new year, discussing with me and King to talk about some of the, things that's happened this year, things that are going on next year. Max is always, in my opinion, one of the livest person in Bitcoin. So can't wait to have that conversation. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. Unfortunately, the chat was not working today, but all of these technical difficulties will be taken care of. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Remember, follow on Clubhouse, and Bitcoin in Black America is available now. Email coming to customers about webinar dates. So